Walk. It's time for our Around the Town tour. Things have been very busy since the beginning of June, so we have a fair amount of things to share with you. We're going to take them a little bit out of order. We're going to talk to you first about an event that happened on Saturday, June 22nd. Through the past number of years, we've shared the story with you of Jake Silver, a young Ashland resident who lost his fight with osteosarcoma, a form of cancer, back a couple of months ago. Well, his family, his mom and his sister, and many members of our community have joined together to start fundraising for Jake's team. Jake's team is doing a couple of things. They are awarding money for cancer research for childhood cancer. They are also supporting the Silver's Sibling Foundation. And this is a foundation to support those children whose siblings are fighting cancer and to help those families deal with it as well. And then another great cause is Kim's Cases. This is an opportunity, it's a company, it's an organization that is taking and giving satin pillowcases to children who are fighting cancer, and that happens from every pillowcase they sell. So let's go take a look and maybe chat with some people about the 5K that happened on June 22nd.
Everyone for coming and making Jake's Team Kickoff Walk and dedication such a great success. Jake's Team Kickoff Walk has raised over $35,000, which will help it get it up and running. Yeah. A large chunk of this will go to the Dana-Farber Jimmy Clinic for childhood cancer research. We're happy and proud to report that in the last 3 years, we have raised over $120,000 for research in Jake's name. With that, I'd like to thank some of our generous sponsors: Barstool Sports, 126 Self-Storage in Ashland, Ashland Ice, CalculatorSoup.com, Elizabeth Blake Orthodontics, Solar Flare Energy Inc., The Grunt Family, AAF CPA, Ashland Lumber Company, Ashland Pet Concierge, Auburn Industrial Development Corporation, The Bagel Table, Dairy Queen, Hastings Consulting Inc., Jack's Abbey, Metro West Sports Center, Stone's Public House, The Reisner Family, Post Road Pediatrics, Wine Empire, and Mara Flooring and Design. And for a full list of all our generous sponsors, please visit our website. We came up with the idea with the foundation in the ICU in Atlanta with Jake. He and Hallie were discussing what he would want his legacy to be, and he made us promise to still raise money for osteosarcoma after he was gone. We talked about doing something for siblings because he knew that cancer didn't only affect him, but it affected our entire family, especially Hallie. So Hallie and I came up with Jake's Team, which raises money for cancer research, and through Silver Siblings and Kim's Cases, we are able to help the families and children fighting cancer.
When Jake was sick, he would get gift cards, gifts, tickets, meet people, and everyone would come by to see him. I knew exactly why, and I was fine with it, but I also had feelings of being forgotten, invisible, or like I wasn't in the room. These feelings were hard to come to terms with. I knew he was getting all the attention because he was sick, but I still had these feelings that I couldn't shake. But recently, I have learned these feelings were normal, and many other siblings have them. That's why Jake and I came up with Silver Siblings. He could understand what I was going through and felt like we should help in some way. The way this works is people can fill out a form on our website that refers a sibling of a child with cancer and what their likes and interests are, and we will send them a gift basket and a letter accordingly. Eventually, we would like it to become something like a big brother, big sister type of organization, but baby steps.
The third part of Jake's Team is Kim's Cases. Kim's Cases is in memory of Kim Desiata, and this is her daughter, Erica. Back in 2016, when Jake was first diagnosed, Kim was fighting her own battle with cancer. Kim's advice to us was to buy Jake a satin pillowcase because once he starts losing his hair and when it starts growing back, cotton pillowcase will irritate his head, whereas a satin one will not. Jake had a white satin pillowcase that he went everywhere with him for the next 3 years. Kim's Cases will donate 1 satin pillowcase to a child fighting cancer for every pillowcase that is sold through Jake's team. Sorry.
Thanks, Erica.
Thank you, Erica.
As many of you know, Jake wasn't really a walker. He liked us to do the Jimmy Fun walk, and he wants us to continue with it. So we are. You can sign up to be a part of our team called Silver Strong, and I am the captain. But walking in general wasn't his thing, and so we don't think it should be Jake's team thing either. Instead, from now on, our fundraisers will be 2 things that Jake loved. In the fall and September this year, we will be holding a Jake's Team Cornhole tournament, and in the springtime, we will be having a barbecue cook-off, so be sure to watch for those. We hope these events can bring communities and people together, which is the goal of Jake's Team. We are hoping that groups will get together to raise money for Jake's Team. Examples would be a team donating the proceeds of admission tickets for one of their games, or a club doing a 50-50 raffle at one of their events. Teams can have car washes, etc. There is even a nonprofit who raises money for children's charities who will be holding a bake sale for Jake's Team today from 9 to 1 p.m. in the Needham Bank parking lot in Ashland. The ideas can be creative as the team wants or something that another team has already done, as long as people come together for a good cause like we did today.
Which brings us to the second part of the day, the dedication of the bench. Here's a little backstory. So Jake was concerned that because he was being cremated, there wasn't going to be a place for people to visit him. So Tony and I told him that we would buy a bench at the high school so people could come to his favorite place, which was the football field, and visit him. And he loved the idea. As we were looking into things, it came up that the bench should also be for PJ Ferrier, Jake's friend and another football player who passed away from osteosarcoma in December. While I was searching benches, I thought maybe it would be nice to have 2 Adirondack chairs instead, but Jake, in typical Jake fashion, said no. He said he'd really be upset if everybody sat in PJ's chair and not mine. So we have a bench. There's the bench. There we go. The inscription reads, dedicated to 2 young men who fought just as hard off the field as they did on. Jake Silver, number 63, class of 2008, and PJ Ferrier, 2018, and PJ Ferrier, number 5, class of 2014. We want to thank all of you who have made our family vision a reality. It's hard to lose a child and a brother, and we are doing Jake's Team because our family doesn't want any other child or family to go through what we went through, and we want to continue the legacy that Jake started. So thank you all for coming. Feel free to sit and have a little chat with Jake. The other thing is there's been a hawk flying around, and one of the things that Jake had said to us, how we would know that he was around, is he told us that he would either come back as a hawk or an eagle to let us know that he was okay. And there was a hawk earlier today flying over registration. So thank you all.
So part of the dedication was a bench that went up on the football field in Jake's honor because that was his favorite place. Thank you to our crew for getting out to the Jake's 5K and good luck. And if you want to donate to Jake's Team, you can go to their website and donate even if you didn't get the opportunity to run and help support the great causes that Jake's Team is supporting.